Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a little more what's on my desk. This is I turned off my camera and turned it back on again, but I'm not sure when I will get these uploaded. I'm working on some journaling cards, just some simple journaling cards using the illustrations from The Attractive Home to put them back in. This is a journal that I just recently finished doing the construction work for it, and now I'm doing the insides, the ephemera, and the fun things. So, the last video we were together, we made a journaling card from the illustration that was for the chapter called The Bedroom. And it's just, I used a file folder for the backing. And we also made this journaling card for, this was actually from one of the front pages, and it had a little poem. So I was able to save the poem, and then we made a tag, and it's using an offcut. I still have lots of the end papers left. So we have two done. So I'm going to work on window hangings. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm using up some of this paper. I got a whole bundle of papers in blue and green and a pale yellow at one of my thrift stores. So I'm going to use up some of these if I can and make journaling cards with them. So this is again it's a page from the actual book. The paper is very fragile, so all I can do with it, rather than using it on its own, is I have to affix it to something sturdier, which I'm happy about doing. And you can see it's naturally yellowed here at this edge, so I'm going to try and match up these other edges with Distress ink and get that looking a little more balanced. I'm going to sit on my squeaky stool, so if you start hearing that, yes, the stool is still squeaking. I have been going around to various stores looking at new drafting chairs, but I haven't found the one I like yet, and for the price that they are, it better shake me a martini, let me tell you. They're not cheap. I will be stopping and starting, as I did in the previous one, when I go. I have to go into the other room. I have a window open. I've been using aerosol adhesive. When you have fragile paper like this, it really works the best. But I have a little setup. I've got a box. And then I still will put a mask on, and I still will open the window. It's quite safe. They say it's non-toxic. It's just the Elmer's craft glue, but it doesn't hurt to err on the side of caution, right? Now I think I'm going to want you like that. And then I want to somehow incorporate window hangings. Or do I just want a little border? And then I could put window hangings on the other side. You know what? You just got to jump in. It's just a journaling card. All right, I'm going to pause for a second. I will be right back. All right, so we've affixed it to there. I think what I want to do is trim this. Why did I sit down? I need to be able to look down upon it. I don't like when you just have to do a smidge. It's easier to slice off a chunk than a smidge. Okay, that's okay. Looks cute. All right, going to sit down. I'm just going to do a teeny tiny bit, just sort of kiss that edge. I got an email, a group email from my favorite thrift store, amongst other emails, similar emails, just saying what they're doing during this virus outbreak. You know, asking people, if you're not feeling well, please stay home. You know, especially for a thrift store, there are people who actually have to shop there. Their budget, you know, if they're on a fixed income or what have you, and they need a new coat, that's their store. So there's, you know, they say, please, if you're not well, please stay home. And in the meantime, they explained, you know, what they're doing several times a day to try and keep all the common areas that tend to be high germ surfaces sanitized and disinfected. So I thought that was nice of the little thrift store to do that. Now I want to make a tab for you. Let's see. This is offcuts from the end papers that I made for this book from the Victoria and Albert wallpaper book. Yeah. If you're wondering, if you don't have one of these yet, and you're wondering if it's worth it, and you make journals, let me tell you, it is well worth it. And I doubt very much you will find one at a thrift store. This is one of those things. My gear, I don't mind when I usually have to go to a store to get my gear to, oh, I moved that by poking it with my finger. Oh, I want that blue flowers. Hold on. There we go. Oh, jeepers, I shot it right across the room again. This can be like vigorous work. Oh, there you are. Oh, hi. And you. Well worth it. I probably use mine every single day. Tabs are just such a fun little detail to put on a journaling card or on the side of a page. When you're looking at it and you think, it needs a little something, something. You know what? A tab will just cheer it right up. I love that. There we go. That looks nice. And then I'm going to put you right there. I like here it says treatment for 3-part window. All right, so I want to find the center. These Tim Holtz rulers are wonderful because they have a center 0. And again, I think I use it every day. I think I use my center 0 every day. This ruler for center 0. I don't necessarily use it for drawing lines, I find it quite bulky. It's very thick and it's quite bulky. And I really prefer my metal ruler for a nice, clean, crisp edge for when I'm drawing lines with pencils. But this is still good, and I like those little holes for when I want to do some hand sewing, those little holes. So as I mentioned in my last video, I've done a pencil mark here, a pencil mark on the inside here, so that I can marry them up and know that I've got my tab in the center. And let's see where I'm going to want it. Yeah, I like that. All right. I want that in quite deep. Sometimes I like them out a little bit. Sometimes I want that edge just on the very tippy tip edge. And sometimes I want it in quite deep, so it almost looks like a little clipboard. That looks nice. Let's put a little eyelet in it. Now this I won't measure. I'll eyeball it by guess and by golly. There we go. Now what color do I want? Blue. Oh, I really like that yellow. Yeah. There's a deep yellow in there. I want that. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at the clock. It's almost happy hour. Oh, look how cute. Let me take this busy background away. Look how cute. Now I want to put wall hangings on the back. Gosh, that chair, it's going to drive me out of my mind. Where is my tear ruler? I can't find anything on this desk. Hold on, let me put that out. Put that away, make some room. Come on, tear ruler. There you are. Ha ha ha. Now, nothing on the back. I can hear hubby puttering around downstairs. I'm gonna have to, boy, this will be a short one. One journaling card. Oh well. Oh well. I hope everyone is staying safe and maybe enjoying some family time during this time where they're encouraging us to self-isolate. Not only just for this, they're saying in order to get this under control, we really need to be willing to self-isolate. People might be saying, oh, I'm young. If I get it, I'll be fine. It's just like the flu. That's very true, but it doesn't help if you pass it on to someone who does have compromised health. They say the key to get this under control is for people to really, as much as possible, either if they have to go to work, be at work, and then get home and just stay in your house. It's going to be hard on businesses. Yes, we may have a very difficult 2 or 3 weeks, but the sooner we can get that done, the better we can get that downward curve going, they say. They say South Korea handled it the best, and that's why they're having very good statistics now. Whereas poor Italy is suffering horribly and families are losing loved ones here. So I'm doing my part, and I'm very happy, if I can, to just hunker down here in my little house with my little dog. Unfortunately, and I worry for him, my husband has to go to work. He's, not to go into too many details, but his industry is quite essential as well. Even though it's not life, it's actually the other end of it. And you can't let those things pile up. Again, I'm not going to go into details, but his line of work is very important to our community. So he has to go. But thank goodness, this is one of those times where it's a blessing. He already is a germaphobe anyhow. The man is excellent at sanitizing. And so I'm quite confident about him as far as surfaces, cleaning surfaces and washing hands and that. He does all those things anyways. But I do worry about shaking hands. They say we've just got to stop shaking hands. We've got to stop hugging. They say part of the problem Italy had was the double cheek kiss. You just can't be doing that right now. I was out at a function over a week ago before it really got serious here, but people were still starting to really take things seriously. A few of the people, when we arrived, said, no, we're not shaking hands. Hope you're not offended. We're not shaking hands. And one of the people at this get-together said, well, sorry, I'm a hugger. And she started hugging people without their permission. And you can't be doing that. You at least have to respect if someone says, please, I'm not hugging, I'm not shaking hands. Let's do the Vulcan, live long and prosper to everyone. I think that's good. You're wishing them well. That's what we all want to do at the end of the day, is live long and prosper. Ain't that the truth? All right. You know what? That's it for now. I'm looking at my clock, and it's martini time, or as the meme says that everyone's been sending it to me, it's quarantini time, where you sit alone at home and drink gin. All right, let me lift this up for you. So we at least made one little journaling card for window hangings. Not bad. Take care, everyone. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. And we will talk soon. It sounds like this week I'm going to have a lot of desk time. And that might be not so good. You might be getting sick of me by about Wednesday. Take care. Bye.